we have been busy, so I'm sorry about that. I supposed to be here before now, but I was engaged with many things, and it's not easy. It's been a busy day for me. How are we all doing today? Please, before we proceed, like the video, okay? Give it a thumbs up. I've seen that some of you are already here, and I appreciate your time, your support, in just your effort is priceless. I have to appreciate you for that. Um, Please comment and tell me where you're watching from. Okay, tell me where you're watching from. The broadcast we are going to do today or this afternoon, evening, depending on time zone, is what is trending, and I think it's not something that we are going to waste much time on. We are going to be back again, of course, but I just want to share this with us because there's a debate in National Assembly about grazing, cow grazing and movement of Fulani people in the whole country. Chidubem, I see you are the first person to comment here. The truth must be told, must be spoken. Yes, Chidubem, I see you. I see you. I think you are very, very active with us this time, and I really appreciate you for that. God bless you. God bless you. So the information is that the people that own the country want to give, in fact, they introduce the new citizens, okay, a new citizen of the country, Excellence Wachuku, and we I don't know that we have another citizens that apart from human being that we all know. You know what I mean? So, and some of you have watched the video. But I'm going to flip the camera for you to join us as we move in this broadcast. It's not going to be like other broadcasts, and this one will be as quick as you can think of. Okay, this is it where they're debating it. This very man here is the one that present that this bill. As you can see here, anti-open grace bill split Senate. That is split Senate means that some like it, some don't want. Okay, what this man is saying here is to stop movement of cattle from place to place, movement of cow, Fulani movement from place to place in the name of grazing. And the bill says they need to stop and start, operating with ranches, which somehow they are not asking every state to donate land for them to use that land as their ranches. Remember, cattle relas these are private business. It's not a natural resources. It's not being owned by federal government. It's not a federal business, just like petroleum or other natural mineral resources. This one is different. Is a private, just like if you are selling motor parts, okay, that are Igbo people are known for. So you now ask Fulani people, or not Fulani, federal government, that every state in Nigeria must give land for car spare parts to operate their business in every state, or you are moving your car spare parts from place to place without paying any land, going anywhere you want to you bring your truck and bring your container and stop there and start selling. So that is what they are doing with their cattle, moving from any place they want and take dominant of people's land. But one thing I want you to understand is this: it is very, very clear that the mission and agenda of Fulani people is not about cattle. They use these cattle to get what they want. They use the cattle to achieve what they want to achieve. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, but senators, they are senators here. They are aware of it, but the question is who will say it? Who will say it? Now let's go back.
Land resources between farmers and herders in Nigeria. The endless conflict for land resources between farmers and herders in Nigeria has been a major source of concern with more than 4,000 people killed in the country since 2016, according to reports. Ibiba Senator Titus Sam from Benue State is proposing ranching as the sole viable alternative for cattle breeding to end head-of-farmer clashes nationwide.
My distinguished colleagues, now is the time to bring about a law to stop open grazing. It is old-fashioned, hazardous, burdensome, and must be discarded. The bill therefore proposes ranching as the only viable alternative for cattle breeding in Nigeria.
The proposition is, however, kicked against by some northern senators who believe restraining herders to their state of origin violates their constitutional right to freedom of movement.
I'm against the idea of restricting movement of Nigerians from one state to another. No, that will not. Right now, citizens of Nigeria are allowed to move from one state to another to establish business without any hindrance whatsoever. It affects everywhere in Nigeria.
Now, what this man is telling you is that saying that you stop, that you focus on ranches, is a way of interfering on their human rights, on their constitutional rights of the citizen of the country from moving from place to place within the country. Automatically, he's now referring cattle, these cows, as citizens, because what people are saying, nobody says that Fulani people should not move from one place to a place, like go out, go to another state. Nobody says you should not go to another state, but don't go with your cow. So if you are preaching, if you think that stopping you from moving your cow from place to place is a kind of interfering on your human or your constitutional right and all that, it simply means you are regarding cow as as citizens. So the concern, that concern is meant for human being, not for animal. I hope you understand. But being who they are, they want to use that to defend animal. Just pay attention.
Yes, nobody can restrict. But citizens of Nigeria, they can move to north central, northwest, northeast, south, and establish their business without. They can do so, but not with AK-47.
These Fulanis are Nigerians. They don't even benefit from government. They don't enjoy schools. They don't enjoy hospitals.
These are northerners using all their strength to defend the, to kick the bill out. They want this bill to be kicked out. No, why I'm bringing this to us is that for some of our brothers that are so adamant, so eager to make sure that everything go in their favor of keeping the unity of the country, to make sure that nobody agitate for anything whatsoever. You need to start paying attention to the ingredient of the country, what the country gives you. You need to start paying attention to the activities of what makes Nigeria what it is. But you cannot start ignoring that, thinking that, okay, somehow one day those things we go well, everything will be smooth. You don't need to stress, you don't need to bother yourself. But the agenda of the people that you are building the country with, is it in line with what you want? Imagine you as a business person from the southeast. What are Igbo people known for? Is it not trading? Is there any market in Nigeria today that Igbos are doing their business that they're not paid for? I mean, sometimes I wonder how our people reason. Imagine an Igbo man, buying cows and moving it from place to place together with AK, and Igbo senators will be in the Senate House defending that kind of thing. Never. If you do it, they will arrest you from that. Even though you're a senator, they will pick you up. These senators will pick you up immediately. That you are buying because of your business. But here, they don't even care. They don't even consider your feelings. They are bold enough to tell you, look, the constitution. Even you hear them mentioning ECOWAS. That ECOWAS allow people to move from place to place. But you forgot that not moving people from place to place or going from place to place does not mean it's a different thing from when you are going out with your cow. And not that you don't have, not that you guys are denying records of these people with AK-47. What are they doing with AK-47? What are they doing with AK-47? Anyway, let's go back so you can hear what they said.
They don't enjoy any roads, all the housing programs done by government, and they don't enjoy them nothing.
So is it the problem of anyone that Fulani people, they are not able to enjoy education like he said? Other people from the country, right, do the same thing to attend to school, pay school fees and register. So how is that a people's fault that you don't want to register your children in school? You don't want to give birth in the hospital. You want to live in the forest instead of in the city. How is that our problem? But he's here telling that they don't even enjoy it. But to be honest with you, they enjoy more than anybody in the country. I will tell you how. They are the only people that army care for. They are the only people that federal government care for, because what they need is what they give them. They need, catapult. You supply them, in good equipped catapult. If they want to go to Mecca, you send them to Mecca with your federal money, sponsor that. They want to marry 2 wives, 3 wives, you give them opportunity to do that. They want to have Sharia law in their cities, you give it to them. They want to have their own police, Ezra police, you give them Ezra police. This is what they want, is what you give to them. And you are here telling people that they don't have anybody to speak for them in government. That's not true. That's not true. Anyway, let's go back.
So to just throw them away like that because they happen to come from they are assumed to come from states that may not have even enough water, enough grazing area. And you say it can only be done from in that state. I see it's not going to work.
The bill eventually skewed the second reading.
He said it's not going to work. You can see the boldness. That is not going to work. Boldness. Now, imagine if you support the country, you support independence of your Biafran freedom, then that will automatically stop them. Do you know, like the reporter here said that people is in 2021. Let me see if I can bring that up. Okay, we'll stop here. Let me take it back a bit so you hear what just pay attention. How many people that have died because of these headers? Just listen.
The endless conflict for land resources between farmers and herders in Nigeria has been a major source of concern.
Okay, listen.
More than 4,000 people killed in the country since 2016.
More than 4,000 people, which is this is not true. That's a fake update. It is more than 4,000. Since 2014, it is more than 4,000. That's not true. This is just little. Imagine Fulani has had, because of cow, 4,000, according to the report, which I know is more than 4,000, died because of that. 4,000 have been. Just imagine that. If it were Southeasterners, or even Southerners, or especially Southeast, because of a business, 4,000 people are no more, including Fulani people. There's no way that your business will operate in any way in the country, not even in Fulani state. It's not possible.
To come from states that may not have even enough water, enough grazing area. And you say it can only be done from in that state. I see it's not going to work.
The bill eventually skewed the second reading, despite strong push by some of the northern senators to step it down on grounds that it is discriminatory and against ECOWAS protocol.
As we consider this, I also want us to look at the Land Use Act as an impediment to this particular very wonderful bill, to ensure that we can get and put to rest this matter of herder-farmer clash.
Apart from the Constitution, like Senator Alero said, the ECOWAS protocol is part of the problem that we have. You can quote the Constitution, but what about the ECOWAS protocol? It allows you to move anywhere with your business. We allow you to move anywhere with your cows. So in getting towards realizing this, you must be very conscious of your laws in the nation, because you are not making a law for your state.
President of the Senate, Gospel Akpabio, appealed to senators to allow the bill go for a public hearing where proposals in the bill, including amending the Land Use Act, can be fine-tuned. The majority voice votes passed the bill for second reading and subsequently referred it to the Joint Committee on Agriculture, Trade, Investment and Legal Services to be reported back within 4 weeks.
Okay. This is one of the things that you have to go through as a Nigerian. This is one of the things you have to go through as a Nigerian. And we have Triple Man, Triple M says zoo is really an animal killer. Imagine considering cow as a city. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And Chine MC, I see you, my sister. Go there, Mazakai. God bless you and you. God bless and strengthen you. Thank you so much, and the same to you. So there's a lot of video of that. I think this one is it the same thing with the one you have just played. Okay, this is where Abadebet, trying to make his own comment because let's hear from him.
So, a disintegration of our lives through for drawing our attention to a very critical part of our national life that is leading to a disintegration of our lives through the incessant herder-farmer clash, destruction of plants and all that by those. And indeed, that has also led to the invasion of Nigeria by those who call themselves herders but are not Nigerian citizens. I recall, as a member of this Senate, that this bill at a particular time was also introduced on the floor of this Senate by Senator Kwankwaso. I recall also the problem that was following the debate. And that problem is what we will need to tackle if we have to get to While I agree that now is the time for us to stop open grazing, it also means that this is also the time for us to take another look at the law that makes land to be in the hands of states. Because there's no way you are going to be able to establish a ranch in a state if the state government says that they don't want it. I'm glad that Senator Zam has said that those who are sedentary, not in states of origin of the herders, should be able to establish ranches. And of course, he has also given us the costing. But in order to do this, we must go back and look at the law. Because if we don't deal with that law, merely asking people to go, if they want to establish ranch, to now go and talk with those. No one owns land, it's the state government that own land. That means that even if you agree with the owners or settlers or a community or that, if the state government does not give its consent, then it means that you will not be able to go forward with it. So, as we consider this, I also want us to look at the Land Use Act as an impediment to this particular very wonderful bill to ensure that we can get and put to rest this matter of herder-farmer clash. And I can see why. And I want to also recall to all my colleagues that at a particular time, the former governor of Kano State Ganduchi, suggested to everyone that he has enough land in Kano State for all the headers in Nigeria to come and graze. But of course, what happened is that some people are using these headers and all that to destabilize this country.
Now you have hammered it where you're supposed to be, because they will not accept such offer because of the agenda, the motive behind. So let's be honest. All these years, if you can remember when we were very small, when we were still baby children and all that, when you are still in primary school, you do see these planting people moving their cattle in the villages, right? They only hold, they hold sticks, you know, and sometimes the knife, but the knife is just to cut grass, not to hurt anybody. But now they don't need it anymore because some agenda is being, you know, joined. They just bring agenda to that Fulani headers, and they want to use it to commit, to preach and bring their jihad to other places. That's just the fact. There's something behind these headers that people are talking about, and the sponsors are those people here defending it. Please, guys, help me like this video. I don't know why we have not received some likes. Only 6 people have managed to click on the like button. Like the video and comment. Tell us where you are watching from. We will go through the comments in a jiffy. So let me mention. Got me said bye. I don't know why. I don't know what you mean by bye. And Obuchi John. Obuchi John, yeah, not Obuchi. Obuchi John said, how are you doing today, Kai? I'm doing fine. How about you? So please like the video, hit the like button so that others will join us as we are still, broadcasting. It is very important to do so. So let's continue from what Abarbe is saying. Let me allow him to complete what he was saying.
Just 2 weeks ago, I was at home in my own local government in Obingwa, far down in the southern part of Nigeria in Abia State. Some women came to me and said that the headers were bringing their cows to finish up all their planted, and that there's nothing they can do. That even when they come there, they will threaten them that they are going to kill and maim, and there's nothing they can do about it. They wanted for me to do something about it. So I had to go to the local government chairman and said, let's go and see the DPO and and they had to go to plead with those headers. That is the extent to which this has reached. Everyone in Nigeria, if you go from the west to the coast, all the way up to the middle belt, and you go up to the north, farmers are under threat. And what it has led to is the food crisis that we have today. So I support this bill, and I say, as we consider it, let us also look at all the elements that will make us bring out a bill that will be for the interests of.
Yeah, Abaribe is here saying the right thing for now. Because once you give them chance, once they have the land they are looking for, someone like Abaribe will never, be a senator anymore, because Fulani will start bearing children in that local government. And by so doing, they will grow up and they want to contest. They want to be senator. And the same question will tell, just like what they're saying now, that you have right to move from place to do your business, but once you allow them to be in the, to settle in any land, the speed that we used to in bearing children there, even your community will be shocked, because the agenda is to have as much population as they can, so that they will start claiming your ancestral land. Whenever you want to contest any political power, they will come out there to contest. That they are the one, they are representing you, and you have nothing to do. The best way to solve it It's not even about ranches. Ranches is another, just like old wine in a new pot. You understand? Just bringing an old wine in a new pot, it still tastes the same. The only way is division. That's the answer. Straight answer. Straight answer. You divide, along tribal line. When for you to know that they know what they're doing. If two communities are having issue, or maybe there's a crisis in in a place, those headers, they don't go there with their cow. They run away because they also fear for their own life. But when they see, women in their land, some vulnerable men that don't have anything to defend themselves, they will go there and intimidate. We have seen how the way they operate, and those guys here, for you to know that these people are very, very big problem. They will pretend that they don't see anything. So the best thing you need to do is to just give them land. And when you say you want the Biafra, they're angry with you. And some of our people in Senate also, like Abaribe, that is talking now. If you tell him now, it's not about this bill. This bill you are talking about is not even an answer. The answer is to make sure that everybody focus on their own land, focus on their own region. You want Arewa, take Arewa. You want Oduduwa, go. Biafra, go. After that, if they want to, since they said the ECOWAS, let us so that we see how you bring that your ECOWAS will allow you to carry your cow, enter Biafra land as a different continent, start destroying everything, buy women and children there, and also force yourself to make love with people forcefully. And after that, you say that ECOWAS allow you to also carry a rifle. They will be making unhealthy excuses. Sometimes you wonder, these people, are they normal or not? Okay, Freeman is here. Freeman said, good evening from here, Kai TV. God bless you, my brother. Thank you so much for support. I see you. Nice to have you. And Fumilayo is here. He said, majority of them are not from Nigeria. They are foreigners. Fulani, not our pure, not Fulani, foreigners. Fulani, not our pure Hausa. Hausa is not a problem. Hausa people, indigenous Hausa people, but the Hausa people have been defeated. They just allow themselves to mingle together. So it is difficult for you to differentiate them. So when you say Hausa Fulani, to me it's the same. Because you have some Hausas in Boko Haram, you have some Hausas in banditry and others. So therefore, the question is this: why do you have foreigners from that border? Yeah, if you a Duduwa person, why don't we have a lot of Benin Republic people in the Duduwa land? Why is it that Duduwa people maintain their border? Why is it not so open for people from Benin? Because Benin Republic and the Yoruba people are sharing ancestral heritage, right? They are connected, blood relatives. So why don't you just open border in Benin and allow Benin Republic people to flood Yoruba land, and from there, flood enter eastern part and northern part and start causing problems in other regions? Because Oduduwa people they're not terrorists. They're not violent. That's not the fact. They are not as Fulani people. They don't have this kind of motive of grabbing people's land like what Fulani wants. You may decide to dominate those people. That one is different from what Fulani wants. What Fulani wants is to make sure that your heritage, your culture, your language, everything will be messed up, just like the way they messed Hausa people. Hausa is just a typical example of what they want to achieve. The only thing, we only know Hausa, like I said, I grew up hearing the name of Hausa, but to be honest with you, even if you go to Google today, search Hausa people and search, open another browser, search Fulani, you can't see it. The picture you see here is what you see here. There's nothing different. But when you search Oduduwa, Yoruba people, and search Igbo, you can see the difference. It's like night and day. You will see what Yorubas are known for. You will see what Igbos are known for. Their culture, their dressing code, and everything is there. But this one, when you say Hausa Fulani, this go and search Hausa marriage in our statute. So you see the same thing. It's to me, I don't think we are blind that we can't even see what they want. What they want is your land. All those graces, these people have been moving from place to place in 60s, in 70s. But this time around, why are they so aggressive and why are they so aggressive now? Because somebody used this their grazing as a way of getting what they actually want, which they thought they would have gotten through military or through politics. That's the agenda. And when they see that it is difficult and it's causing delay, they have to design this kind of way, this method they're using now. If not that people were able to articulate what they really want on time, which Mas Nnamdi Kanu is the one, and other very meaningful Biafrans, and some few Oduduwa people that at least they accept that what Mas Nnamdi Kanu has been preaching is true. If you give this what the grazing land or whatever they call it, if you allow that thing to happen, it will take them just a day. Armstrong, you are here again with that super chat, without spanner. What is going on? Or is this a different account? Is it a different account, Armstrong? If not, like, I pay attention to your name. Good morning to you, my brother. Good afternoon. Is this a new account or your old account that we known for? This account, I want to know. Okay, Diana is here as well. I skip your comment, Diana. Jan Jawid, Freeman said, Diana said, good afternoon, Kai report. Good afternoon to you, my sister. Nice to have you. New, I guess. Okay, I thought as much because I don't think something happened to your this thing. Okay, so when you hear them telling you that, like this man said, he said it boldly that it's not going to happen, that they're not going to allow it to happen, that people only have rights to move from place to place. Remember, they always now I see you. they always like to use this kind of if you don't use iron hand on them, to be honest with you, they will think you are joking. Do you know that what they're doing in Nigeria today, they started it in Ghana, and Ghanaian government did not waste time because they don't have access in government the way they have it in Nigeria. Nigeria they are the one giving you, but in Ghana they are begging for it. That is not the fact. They are in Ghana. They wanted to do the same thing using headers to claim people's ancestral land. It's not as if these people don't have land, but they believe that, the way, Bible said at the beginning of the world, when God created woman, Adam and Eve, they were living in the Garden of Eden. They're living freely. Everything you can even. They're playing with the snake. That's what Fulani think that they think they're living in the Garden of Eden. You can just go, no problem, just touch everything, play with lions. Python is your friend. Crocodile don't know how to bite. Everything is just the way Allah made it. That's why they will go as your ancestral land. That since everything about your great grandfathers, they are from this place. This is where you come from. Do you know how many years old Igbos are? Igbo as a nation. Do you know how many years old Oduduwa, Yoruba people? Do you think they just started yesterday? These are ancient people that are not migrants from the end of the world. This is where we find ourselves. And somebody will just cross border and out of because I was one of his brokers. He said that That when they, when they're saying that good luck is corruption, good luck is corrupt. From corrupt, they say okay, they want to change. I want to bring change. The same change. That's if you check the history, as Managan explained it in that broadcast, he made it clear that during the time they were conquering Hausa people, what they were saying, telling Hausa people that their king, Hausa king, are corrupt. That they are corrupt, they want to change, bring change. If you think they are corrupt, they will help you to buy your own, then they will now plant their own emir. Before you know it, you'll be telling them, okay, Ibrahim, stand up, this seat, you tell you which seat. Say which seat. But he will use corrupt. Shift, let me, we want to make sure that everything is good. We don't like corrupt. That we don't like corrupt, you give them time to sit down. By sitting down, they will push you out from the seat. And that's the end. They don't need to go to school to study it. It is in their vein. Let us go to another, because there's a lot of information about this. People are reacting and responding to that kind of, let me see the video from, let me go to Koiki. Koiki have a very, I think, a lengthy video about this, and let me see if maybe his own will make more sense. The one he posted, it may make more sense. Where's the post from Koiki? Koiki have a video about the same people. I think I have. Doesn't mean that then save it or what? Just one moment. Let me. Armstrong said, okay, you have ceased to know one. He said, Fulani change. If the Fulani change is jihad. They want to change. They want to bring jihad in the name of changing. But if you hear them corrupt, you think that they really want to fight. Watch Buhari. See Buhari now. When Goodluck was a governor, president, everybody, he's corrupt. Before you know it, they push Goodluck out. Then he brought the real corruption. Okay, let's see if there's a difference from what because I can see that Koiki's one is almost 15 minutes. Let's see if there's the same.
Cows are not citizens of Nigeria. So cows are not citizens of Nigeria. Cows are not citizens of Nigeria.
Okay.
So cows are not citizens of Nigeria. You didn't hear what I said. Senator Alero, are you arguing with me? No, I said cows are not citizens. The section you are referring to is talking about citizens of Nigeria. Yes, and cows are not citizens of Nigeria. Cows can come in from Niger, they can come in from Chad, anywhere. But cows are not citizens. So
So everybody have been eating them. So we all have been eating the fellow citizens of Nigeria. Oh my goodness. The cows are citizens of Nigeria. So when you say Nigeria is a zoo, some people will be angry. But you see your senators as telling you that cow is part of the citizen. And when you check some of the, I think 15 naira half cows, they draw cow in that note, telling you that from the get-go, the plan is that this cow is one of the citizens. And I was told that Fulani people don't eat cow. I don't know if that is true. Maybe that one is subject for verification. I don't know if it's true or not that they don't eat cow. They don't eat cow because otherwise some of them are making love with that. So anyway.
Order is noted but rejected. You want to make contribution on the debate? Go ahead. Yeah. Cows are not citizens of Nigeria. So cows are not citizens of Nigeria. You didn't hear what I said. Senator Alero, are you arguing with me? No, I said cows are not citizens. The section you are referring to is talking about citizens of Nigeria. Yes, and cows are not citizens of Nigeria. order is noted but rejected. You want to make contribution on the debate? Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. But I'm against the idea of restricting movement of Nigerians from one state to another.
No, that will not happen.
Right now, citizens of Nigeria are allowed to move from one state to another to establish business without any hindrance whatsoever.
It affects everywhere in Nigeria.
Yes.
Nobody can restrict
Culturally,
movement.
citizens of Nigeria, they can move to North Central, Northwest, Northeast, South, and establish their business without...
They can do so, but not with AK-47.
Yeah. No. I'm not talking about criminals.
You don't understand. Something. I'm saying that we are going to a portion that says that brings about restriction. So, and I want to refer that to Senator Sam. He has to delete that part. So let's not deviate from the debate. Let me conclude my contribution. Let me conclude, please. It's a private business. Government has no business going into ranching. Even the cattle route, which Senator Karini mentioned, used to be the practice when we had 19 northern states, a small state under northern Nigeria. Again, that was the time when we had cattle route beginning maybe from Sokoto up to Lokoja. But now, the states have been balkanized into 19 states. Northern Nigeria has been balkanized into 19 states. And each state has control of its land. So you cannot really bring the issue of cattle route, but now it's not applicable at all because it touches on the territorial integrity of some states. Some states will not allow it. So, ranching should be seen as a business, and government has no business going into it. And perhaps when we go to the public hearing,
I think this one I agree. I don't know why government are talking about establishing ranches for private business. These are business. If they want ranches, they should finance it. It shouldn't be from government. Imagine Igbo people telling you to federal government should give them money to build shop for their private business. Are they going to pass such bill? The answer is no. But because of fear of confronting them, because they are quite fear in the minds of those people, they want to, okay, let's build this. Not for you not to buy us anymore. You think because you have given them signal that you are weak, and they will capitalize on that and continue what they're doing. That's just the fact. That's human being for you. But for you to make sure that you stop them totally is division. Okay, you are good in moving from place to place. Yes, okay. Maintain you move, carry that to your car and your cat or whatever you call it. Move within your own land, not here. That ends the story. But this one, they are painting and rubbing it powder and pancake. It's not going to end soon.
Will become very, very clear. So I rest my chance.
Thank you. And the citizen for the whole country, are you proposing a bill for some states? Please go back to your seat. You can only talk from your seat. You can't talk from here.
See the title from Koik. He said, cows are citizens of Nigeria and should be protected. Northern senators, Zoo must collapse. Oh my goodness. Say another one.
Read order 42.
Order 42 says, by the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President, a senator may make a personal explanation, although there may be no question before the Senate, but no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debate arise upon explanation. The terms of the proposed...
Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. What I'm saying is to support that.
You see, he don't want to read it. He just skipped it and want to make comments.
It says Senator Lalong.
Yes.
It says that the senator will have. Let's look at that order 42 again.
Sir,
So let's see.
you've agreed that I wanted to guide this Honorable Senate that this matter I have been part of this agitation for a very long time. But I will be surprised that up to now, we don't know some of the impediments towards realizing issues to curb farmers' headers clashes. Apart from the constitution.
But to be honest with you, is there anything like a farmer's header crashes or whatever they call it? Is there anything like that? Because I have not seen that. I have not seen any farmer, going after these people, or I've not seen where the both of them are exchanging blow. Why are they saying father headers? Because I think it's one-sided. Is it not? Farmers are on the receiving side. I don't know why they're using that word, farmer headers crash or anything. To me, I don't know why. I don't know why. I've not all the things that happen in Benue State. Did you see any Fulani people that have any injury, or maybe the farmers buy a Fulani? I've not seen that. It's always farmers receiving it. So where is it? Because when you say two people are fighting, then if you come there, you see that both of them are fighting. But the difference between Mr. A and Mr. B are fighting, and the difference between Mr. A is beating Mr. B. They are not the same thing. But they use this one to make it look like, there's an issue. That's no issue. The only offense that farmers have is that they cultivate something. I don't know if maybe after farming, you have to, when you are going home, you carry your farmland and go home, so that headers will not, because these people, what they do recently is that they will bring torch, this torch, 3 battery or 6 battery. They will tie it on the head of a cow. In the night, the cow will be moving with that light, torch light, to farmland and eat up every crop that they see there. That's a new way they're using, a new method they're using, and because they just want everybody, they want to render everybody useless, just to make the country ungovernable. Even when their own brothers are there, so they keep on protecting them as well. I don't know why you see these people here, farmers header crashing, and all this nonsense they're saying to me, I don't think is right for some of them to lie to that extent, because we have not seen them. We have not seen any Fulani people injured by farmers, let alone buying them. Anyway.
Like Senator Alero said, the ECOWAS protocol is part of the problem that we have. You can quote the constitution, but what about the ECOWAS protocol? It allows you to move anywhere with your business. We allow you to move anywhere with your cows. So in getting towards realizing this, you must be very conscious of your laws in the nation, because you are not making a law for your state. You are making a law for the federation. The National Livestock Production Scheme was introduced under the Vice President. Everything was packaged, but some states refused. Some states even refused ranches. So this matter requires good consideration. I agree with the bill, but then we need to be very careful in getting towards even the second debate, so that we have a community of opinions, we have consensus on how to go about it. That will be also, yes, I said it, you have to also go out to the West African neighbors. Otherwise, you will say you don't want them to come in. They will also say they will not want you to go into their own environment. And that is the information I wanted to put, Mr. President, sir.
Thank you. Oh, Senator Kawu?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now it seems like I'm getting where these people are going. Because remember, they always pretend that those people that are moving the cattle are not from Nigeria, and they are from other West African countries. So that means that these people they are not Nigerians, they are from other West African. They are moving with the AK. So which of the country in West Africa are they from? Which country? And why must they use only one particular place to enter? Why are they not going through coming from Benin Republic or through Cameroon? Why are they using only Niger Republic? Because Fulani, Niger and Fulanis are the same. Just like Oduduwa people and Benin Republic are the same. These are blood relatives. So why are they using one particular place? And why is it that the border there is not, even if you want to move from place to place, there's some, they have to have, they're supposed to have something like screening at point of entry. You don't just move because the road is open. You have, there's some screening. At least when you want to come in, they have to check you, security agency, but there's no security there because they consider themselves brothers and sisters. And if they don't see them as brothers and sisters, why are those of them that are in Nigeria that say they're Nigerian citizens are defending the so-called people from the other country moving from place to place under ECOWAS? And why is it that since 1990s, 1970s, 1960s, early 2020 and all that, nobody, these people from the West Africa moving from place to place, they did not come to Nigeria. Why are they coming now? Why is it that they're coming this time around? And what happened to other indigenous Fulanis that we used to know in 70s, in 80s, in 60s? Why is it that they are not, those ones are not more moving their cattle? It's now people from other West Africa are moving their cattle. This kind of cooked lies is why the kind of lie when they told Nigerians when they said Python swallows how many billion. These are the kind of lies. We know what is going on because the agenda is to open border for every Fulani people in the West Africa, that Nigeria is a safe haven for them because the money is there, the landmark, everything is there. They have tested their strength on outside people and it worked perfectly. And other indigenous people was unable to help Fulani outside people to rescue them that time. But now it is too late. They are now, they are now bind together with religion, and it is no more.
After you, yes, more debates.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now, representing Kano South Senatorial District, Mr. President from Kano. Mr. President, quite all right, I listened to the mover of this bill attentively. And from my understanding, and from what I believe, and from what is in our hand, between the content of his debate and the bill, there is serious contradiction. And the content of his lead debate, or what he presented to the Senate today, totally is against Nigerian constitution, which we are practicing now. Mr. President, this is a very sensitive and serious matter. It is very sensitive and serious matters. It's beyond most of our thinking. I align myself with your position. You talk as a leader, and what you propose to us, I think, is a solution of this problem. It is a constitutional representation. We are representing people, and based on the constitution of Nigeria, I am totally against this bill, and it will not resolve the current challenges we are facing. It will compound our problem. You cannot in any way make a law for a particular section to protect some part of the country. Mr. President, I repeat it, I align myself with your position, and I am advising the leadership of this Senate. I am advising the leadership of this Senate, based on what you propose to us, based on your ideas, based on your experience. You are part of the and parcel of the leadership of this country for over almost 3 decades. Let the leadership come up with something very comprehensive, which protect the interests of each and every person in Nigeria. But going by this bill, it will compound our crisis in Nigeria. Some people close their eyes on what is going on or what led herders to go against farmers. There is so many issues which we need to attend. Mr. President, we used to see where herders and their cattle are pursuing, killing them, destroying their property from some part of the country, which is against the Constitution. We cannot resolve this issue if we are sentimental.
Do you know where what this man is talking about? He's talking about now. You forgot that before those people started pursuing cows and people that are rearing the cow, those people committed something before. And why are you so much interested on what indigenous people are doing with foreigners? I mean, you say they are foreigners, they are not Nigerians. Why are you standing here to debate it and to vow that you have to protect it with everything in you? These are foreigners that you're not supposed to know them. In fact, you should be more attached to your co-citizens. But you ignore them and focus on well-being and welfare of foreigners. Freeman said, okay, let me start from Dana. Dana said, the cow rearing is a private business. Why is Nigerian government so much concerned about it? They should go to Holland and learn how to rear cows. Nigeria has collapsed. No, that one that is not possible. They don't do that. They do have the Holland they cannot bring jihad then. That's a motive. Owen Pala said these people they are big fool. Then Freeman said, Kai TV, do you know that there is no Igbo man as a senator here? Here, child, make una leave Nigeria. No, there's an Igbo man. I better is there. What's the name of the former governor of Abia State? Ojiro Kano is also there. That one, I don't think he will talk because, of course, he's rooted with Fulani. That one is not separate. That's why no matter what he commits in Nigeria, there's no arrest. Sometimes there's arrest. They will claim they will jail him and do that, but because of who he is, he have more upper hand. So concern is under his foot. Anyway, let's continue.
We need to be serious. We need to know that we are doing representation. And most of this issue is to do with the Constitution. And if we are altering the Constitution or amending the Constitution, we need the consent of each and every person in Nigeria. I commend your foresight, and I align myself with some of the submission of Senator Steve, too, from North Central. But actually, Mr. President, the lead debate or this bill, in line with what he proposed to us, it is contrary against the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and we are not going to support it. We will fight it to the end, Mr. President.
It is always against Constitution when it does not favor you, of course, because the Constitution is all about what favors you. Anything that does not favor you is against Constitution automatically. The one that is against is in support that you like. Constitution backwalk. Constitution don't mean anything anymore. So, like he said, he confirmed that they have watched a video of people pursuing cows and those are riding the cow and all that. But you did not tell us that if you have seen what happened in Benue, anywhere, not even in Benue only, in Enugu State, in Anambra. Mention one community in Nigeria today that have not witnessed presence of Fulani.
Thank you.
Yeah. To be very circumspect in our attitude to this lead debate, because the issue of ranching, cattle routes, and the rest of them have been in the front burner of national discourse in this country. Mr. President, I want to say here that the Constitution is not only made for one person, and that in contributing to debates of this nature, we must put national interest in focus. What we are witnessing here in the second reading of this bill is a fulfillment of one of the procedural requirements of lawmaking. There are other levels. We have the public hearing that will come, that will bring out the details of the law, where everybody will be invited to make contributions. We have not reached that stage. We also have the presidential assent that is required. We have not reached that stage. So I think that having agreed that this bill is very important and germane to our national situation now, I think that even those who are complaining about certain sections of the lead debate concede that they are not opposed to the bill. I therefore want to suggest that we allow the second reading of this bill to be committed to the relevant committees and for public hearing to be conducted, where all relevant stakeholders will be invited for them to make their contributions. At the end of the day, we'll get a bill that will make a law that will be acceptable to all Nigerians. I so submit, Mr. President.
Senator Bawagia, you have a point of order. But just before that, let me correct myself. When I said that cows are not citizens, I may be right in that regard. But what the Constitution is talking about is movement of persons and properties. And therefore, that is corrected. So cows are properties owned by citizens, and they have a right to be moved from one point to the other. So, Senator Wagner, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, the Senate President and the Chair of the session. I'm Senator Babangida Osiskopa Fulani Farmer Conflict. In Journal of Humanitarian and Social Services, Volume 8, Number 1 of 2020, dealing with the issue of Fulani farmer-herder clashes. The dimension to the crisis, Mr. President, has a lot of multifarious issues around it. And I think it is better for us to look at it from those dimensions. If we confine it to just movement cannot be enforced constitutionally because we have so many protocols. I refer to what distinguished Senator Ladon said regarding the ECOWAS protocol for free movement of goods and services within the West African sub-region. Secondly, we have the constitutional freedom for people to move from one place to the other without let or hindrance. Thirdly, and most importantly, the universal human rights has given everybody the right to move around. But the criminality around the pastoral herder conflict is the issue we should isolate and deal with. And I think this same Senate had approved a national conference to discuss extensively on the issue and bring proper solutions so that we can move forward to avoid these problems. So I remember Senator Karimi, who was with me, had started consulting and engaging prominent Nigerians who have insight and knowledge on this problem to partake and to contribute to this discussion. So I think let us be open-minded about this. We are Nigerians and we should not make any law that will affect one part of Nigeria to the detriment of another part of Nigeria. All of us here have a stake in this country and we must all work together to make peace and to...
And the law that we are talking about, the one you are using now, is already affecting some part of Nigeria. When you will say the law said you have to move your properties and your business from place to place, and moving your AK-47, because judging by what the Senate President said now, Akpabio said now, it simply means that if you can give that green light in your own explanation now that a cow is not a citizen but is a property that owned by citizens, therefore it can be moved from place to place, which means moving also Bunigwe is a property. You can move it from place to place, meaning that you can also move catapult, rifles from place to place. You can move all those dangerous from place to place because after all, it's the property owned by somebody. So if they have access to certain tool, they can also bring it, okay, because it's a property and it's owned by an individual, which is a citizen. And the one they're talking about ECOWAS. Since you can move place to place, why don't you bring your cow to Ambazonan land where they are facing Cameroonian army now? Is that location, is it not part of ECOWAS region? You can also bring your business there. Una collaborate. Anybody that is well prepared, your ECOWAS law don't reach that place. But when you have women, widows, children, unarmed individuals, that is where ECOWAS law that you can move cattle from place to place with a catapult. That is where it comes to work. And the law of ECOWAS and the constitution that they are talking about, does it permit Fulani people to destroy crops? That the videos are everywhere, not only in Southeast, in Southwest, every other places. And we have seen bodies of individual they chop there, many evidence. But to be honest with you, this law will not last. See this constitution, this bill, it will still go back to in favor of Fulani people. And the reason is because they have they occupy more seats than any other part of Nigeria. Just like what Armstrong said, that all this thing will come to an end, coming this 2nd December 2024, when Biafra will be declared. And so some of our brothers are saying you are going to that I have relocated to Lagos and others. PM also have something that he said about that person, and you know who I'm talking about. Many of his videos and activities everywhere. Now, I made mention of this our brother here yesterday, SP Dimension. Let's hear what he. I don't know. Sorry, the volume is very low, very low. Sorry, the volume is very low. I cannot manage this. Okay, let's go to another thing. This is look at the guy that is telling you how to, if you don't like how somebody use vote and vote the person out. Then
the saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies. It's a painful truth that the ones who betray us are often the people we trust the most. The ones who betray us are often the people we trust the most. The saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies. It's a painful truth that the ones who betray us are often the people we trust the most. The saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies. It's a painful truth that the ones who betray us are often the people we trust the most. The saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies. It's a painful truth that the ones who betray us are often the people we trust the most.
You see him, I just wanted to see him with Shetima. Okay? Do you know the level of politician that this guy had been signing? He is a full registered member of APC. During the time of Hope Uzodinma's campaign, he gave Hope Uzodinma 50 million. That's what I was told. The news is out. He gave Hope Uzodinma 50 million naira for his campaign to be governor of what is it called, of Imo State. And everybody is reacting to him, to his nonsense interview. It is unfortunate that BBC did not find anyone to interview on insecurity in Anigbo, but Okubana chief priest, a glorified alcohol retailer and political jobber boy, the Igbo nation, with its numerous people, oriented, intelligentsia, should what, please, camera, respect yourself, should not be, okay, ridicule this way. You know, when you ridicule them, it's not about that what interviewing this guy, but what comes out from his mouth. What he said and the way he put it is very, is symbolic. To me, I don't like BBC is always one-sided, so it doesn't matter. And as they're talking about Fulani headers, the Edo Opo Takbe, or is it Opo Takbe or Takbe? I don't know. Opo Takbe. Now, you guys have been mocking Igbo people and using style to talk down on Igbos. The people and terrorists, they are also warming up in your location. I'm not celebrating it, but I'm just telling you that as you are laughing and mocking other people, you are not safe as well. Until Obaseki realized that the people he is standing with are the real bandit, he will continue to raise alarm and cry. The Nigerian army doubles as terrorists and bandits. Terrorizing the people, and that is the reason we banned them in Biafra land. So the Daily Post said Obaseki raised alarm over activities of bandit terrorists in Edo. When you hear bandits, they are all Fulani. And look at him taking picture and posing as a statesman and all that. So my people, that is Governor places. His activities is everywhere. People are responding to him in a different way, to be honest with you. So we are going to end the broadcast now. Thank you so much. But before then, let's hear what Oyedu have to say.
On the bottom. I hold the British passport. I say it very clearly and very openly because it is the truth. Pipeline on the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, sucking oil and gas free of charge all the way to Exeter in England. Is anybody disputing it? Are you disputing it? Why do you think they want Fulani to be in charge? Because they know that if they have a Biafran in Aso Rock, the person will rise up and say enough is enough. Cut this very oil and gas and pay for it. You don't understand that is why they support one Nigeria. You don't know that. You are pretending you don't know. And any idiot who claims they are for one Nigeria is because their family is benefiting from the chaos, the mayhem, the corruption, the backwardness, the arrested development, poverty, and deprivation that is afflicting the very zoological republic. It gives me pleasure indeed because they created you. The United Kingdom and Nigeria benefit from strong and enduring ties as Commonwealth partners. Which Commonwealth? Who created Commonwealth? Britain created the Commonwealth to house all their colonies together with the Queen as the head of Commonwealth. You don't understand how much I hate anybody, not just Nigeria itself. You cannot begin to fathom how much I hate anybody who refers to him or herself as a Nigerian, because you are the lowest of the low. Your education is meaningless. You are so foolish because you cannot reason very well. Who created you? That is my question. The woman or whose family created you is now writing to you and congratulating you. Commonwealth partners, and you will think there is something called Commonwealth. No, of course not. It's a club of ex-British colonies put together to remain subservient to Her Imperial Majesty the Queen of England. It's as simple as that. It takes people with common sense to understand this. Fools everywhere. She said, these are bonds that I hope and believe will flourish into the future. Of course, it will flourish. As long as Nigeria remains one, Britain will continue to benefit. As long as it is one. The corruption which they planted, it was Britain that planted electoral malpractice in Nigeria. It was Britain that planted fraud, hardcore fraud, stealing. It was Britain. That was why Omar Diko ran to Britain when he stole, wait for it, £4 billion in mobile bank. Omar Diko.
So guys, that is the end of the broadcast. Thank you so much. Please, before you go, don't forget to like, share it, and see you again. We are going to come back again. Please subscribe, okay? And if you are watching from our second channel, subscribe as well. If you have not subscribed to us in that platform, please do that. It is very, very important you do so. Thank you guys, and enjoy your day, enjoy your afternoon, enjoy your evening. Bye bye for now.